the Kerry Wehmeyer Show for Wednesday, September 14th. We're going to be previewing the Saints versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Sunday in the Dome. So we will be previewing that. We'll have Coach Dennis Allen's presser and also Coach Ty Bowles' presser. And also we'll have film study about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we will do that today. So once again, thanks for joining us. Let me go ahead and send my link out to you, and we'll get started in just a second. Send this out. Okay, we got YouTube, so we'll go over to Facebook and we'll put the links in. Okay, Facebook and YouTube has the links. So if you want to come in, you can do that via video chat if you want to do that. So that's fine with us. So let me go ahead and switch my cameras out, and we'll go over to the press conferences, Ty Bowles and also Coach Dennis Allen. So I get this set. Give me just a second. Okay, once again, we have it set. So we'll go over to Dennis Allen first.
Okay, we got a chance to get here and look at the tape. There's a ton of stuff that needs to be corrected. But I would say this, I would say it's been my experience over the last how many years that you get into these games like this, and the good teams are able to win these games when they're not playing at their best. And look, I credit Atlanta. I thought they had a really good plan. I thought they played hard. They made some things really difficult and challenging for us. At the end of the day, we've been in a place to win the game. So it's proud of the way that our guys, like I said after the game, proud of the way that they fought and competed. But we also know that there's a lot of stuff that we have to play. Actually, I thought the pass protection was actually pretty solid overall. We had a couple of miscues in terms of identifying all the protection. And there was a couple of plays where maybe a little deep in the pocket, maybe held on to a little bit. I mean, there's the thing when you talk about pass protection. There's a ton of different variables that go into it, and typically the first thing is everybody starts to talk about the offensive line and things of that nature. But there's a lot of different elements that are involved in that. Receiver running the proper route at the right depth, quarterback get to the right depth, getting rid of the ball, back set protection. So there's things that go involved in that. I don't think we were as clean as we needed to be early in the game, particularly in the first half. But I felt like as the game went on, I thought we got a little bit better. Well, the first step we met on today, and it's unacceptable. That's not been the standard we've had around here, and it won't be the standard that we'll have around here. I thought, I said this after the game. I don't think I was as good as I needed to be in helping our guys out. I do think that there's a little bit of an element of surprise in terms of exactly what are they going to do, with a new quarterback. So there was a lot of things that we had to try to adjust to in terms of that. And look, they blocked us. And I told our guys that today. They blocked us. And so, we have to coach better in that area. We got to play better in that area. Yeah, yeah. I think he's fine. Well, look, I mean, obviously, you guys saw the game. I mean, we got into a little bit of a 2-minute type of operation, and opened it up with a completion to Juwan, and I thought we just kind of got into a little bit of a rhythm there in terms of throwing the ball. I thought Jameis felt more comfortable in that situation. So, I think when you get into those 2-minute type of deals, sometimes it can kind of calm the look down of the defense a little bit. I felt like that was a little bit of the case there. So, but we certainly got into a rhythm, and I think once James got into a rhythm, it was he felt good about what he was doing. Yeah, yeah. Look, that was part of it, and part of it was not really knowing exactly what they were going to do. Trying to give our guys some kind of songs they know about heart a little bit. But look, you got to give Atlanta credit; they did a good job of scheming up a few plays that were difficult for us, and then certainly we got to do a better job of executing and getting off blocks and making some plays. I thought overall pretty good. I thought overall pretty good for a guy that really didn't practice much in training camp. I thought he did some nice things. There's a few things we need to get cleaned up as we do with all these guys, but I thought overall I thought it was solid. Yeah, look, I thought Jarvis played well. He's involved in the quarterback crack toss there that Taysom scored the touchdown on. I thought it was blocked really well. Jarvis was right at the point of attack on that particular play. It's probably something that not many people talk about. He made a nice catch on the seam ball in the 2-minute when they pressured us a little bit. Made a nice catch and run, and then obviously the play there to end the game on the boundary was a hell of a play. Going up there and high pointing the ball. So I thought first game in a real live game in Saints uniform, I thought it was pretty good. Not as well as we need to. I would say, when you kind of go back and you watch that play, I'm standing right there, and clearly to me looks like Jarvis makes a catch. He's contacted. He's in bounds, and I'm saying clock it, which is what you would do in that situation. And it's really not till when you watch the tape, the official's actually behind me that ends up, kind of saying that the clock stopped. So, but we got to do a better job as a coaching staff in that situation. Starts with me, the communication into the quarterback, communication with me to Pete. We got to do a better job there, and we will. I thought it was awesome. I thought he did a great job. You know, the one thing that Pete does, he does a really good job of getting personnel in the play call in quickly to the quarterback. And I think that's, you know, there's a lot of times where, you know, us play callers, we want to have the perfect play call. It's not about having the perfect play call. It's about delivering the call confidently and effectively to the signal caller out there on the field and get it communicated to the players and go line up and go play. So, yeah, I thought he did a good job. Yeah.
Dylan Village are always putting an online store. Sell it online.
Kind of what we thought, you know. That's why he's here. I mean, those are the type of throws that he's capable of making, and you know, I thought he did a good job keeping his poise and finding Juwan over the middle and getting us into field goal range. Yeah, we had a rush on, and look, I thought Taysom did a great job of you know attacking the protection and getting on an edge and forcing them to have to hold him and you know, instead of starting that drive on the 10-yard line, we're starting to drive on the 20, and when you got such little time and you know, yards are precious at that time, you know, getting that 10-yard penalty, I thought was a big deal. Had no effect on anything else. Well, look, we're going to look at how they've tried to attack us. You know, I think we played them with Brady quarterback. We played them 5 times. And so we're certainly going to look at how they've tried to formation us, how they tried to attack us, how they called the game. But look, every year is different, every game's different. You know, we got a hell of a challenge in front of us, and we respect the hell out of the team that we're about to play, and we're going to have to play much better than we did this week if we expect win. Well, yeah. Look, you have to do something to disrupt the timing in the passing game. I mean, if you aren't able to get any pressure and allow him to kind of sit back there comfortably, you know, he'll pick you apart. If you're not able to do something to disrupt the timing and the rhythm of the receivers getting down the field, you know, it's a challenge. You know, so yeah, it's certainly a tough matchup. No, I think he just kind of pulled it just a little bit. But look, he came back and responded, made 2 more field goals in the game, and made the big one to win. So it's kind of what we expect out of him. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Look, you know, we got a good group of guys that understand how to win in our league. They also know what keeps you from winning in our league, and they know that we did a lot of things in that game that could have kept us from winning that game. But fortunately, we were able to make enough plays, you know, to win it. But you know, our guys know that won't be good enough moving forward. Watched the tape on the flight home, and then I went home and watched Tampa and Dallas on TV. That's it. We're number 2. Yeah, with all the other game balls that we have, which I don't know where those are. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's go to the next one. Yeah, he had a little bit of a rip, but I think he's going to be fine. Well, certain situations are hard to replicate the adversity in training camp. I mean, obviously, you know, there's different how you look at adversity, like, you know, overcoming the heat and the that. I mean, that's some adversity. You know, we have some injuries going through training camp. Guys are having to battle through some stuff. So you're seeing it just in a different way. It's hard to replicate being down 16 points in the fourth quarter in training camp. We don't want to practice that situation a lot, and so, but you can practice and get better at just having that mental toughness and mental fortitude to keep pushing through no matter what the obstacles are. And look, I commend those guys in that locker room for being able to do that. But there wasn't a lot of doubt, you know, that we're going to be able to come back. I like the enthusiasm and the belief on the sideline was always there. Not at this moment. Well, I would say this: it was the first game for all of us. All right, first game for coaches, players, officials, everybody. You know, so. But listen, we control what we control, and I thought, you know, we probably could have done a better job as a coaching staff of, you know, seeing that the clock had ended up, you know, that they ended up stopping it. Could have got us into a better play. Certainly felt that way from me, standing from me to you to him, but that's not the way it was ruled. You know, it's one of those circumstances. You look at it, you learn from it, and you know, hopefully, you know, we don't fall victim to that anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't take anything away from yesterday's game and necessarily try to up to next week's game. Obviously, we're just getting into the beginning stages of studying in Tampa. You know, look, we'll spend a lot of late nights putting together a plan and feel like we'll have a pretty good plan to try to go out and execute against them. I didn't love the first one. I don't totally agree with that, but it did, you know, by the letter of the law, is foul, and the second one was foul. So but we got to be better, and Blackmore knows that. You know, he knows that we got to be better. This particular game, there wasn't a lot of rotation in. You know, I think PJ got it for a few plays in that spot. I thought as the game wore on, I thought Jeff did a nice job. And so we'll take a look at what Tampa's.
Hey, my name's Kevin. I'm a musician and performer. I just adopted a rescue cat named Luna. I'm sharing my disability story to help others with conversation. All right, so
hold on. Let's go to Todd Bowles, and then we'll switch over to the film. So let's go ahead and rewind this. And go over to Todd Bowles.
Not at this time, though.
Mike Evans, you know, a little bit of rap on his cash area.
This is part of the plan.
Coach, the dome has been a house of horrors for you guys normally. What happens down there? It's just crowd noise.
No, it's not crowd noise. They just beat us. I mean, we don't have any excuses. We got to go out there and play a better ball game.
Would you continue to play Josh there and let Donovan can't go? What did you see on film? How we played?
If Donovan can't go, obviously Josh is the next man up. We thought he stepped in and did a good job. You know, there's some things we can get better at there, but overall, I thought he did a good job.
Let's switch to tight end for him. Did well with this defense that you want to bring in.
Thought it was an upgrade. He can help us down the line. You know, probably more than JJ at the time, so we brought him in.
What jumps out to you? Obviously, like Sean Payton.
Well coached, very physical, very smart football team, and they play good football.
What was the decision to make Howard up now?
Special teams from the other two guys. You know, we needed the spot. I think Howard couldn't play, but the other two guys are more active on teams. I thought both of them did a good job. You know, the game wasn't too long.
Coach, is it an advantage having Davis here, knowing what to expect down there?
Not really. We play against ex-teammates all the time, so it's just understanding the scheme and trying to execute.
On a more personal level, Justin Evans is, back there starting over there with the Saints. What was that kind of, how he left here injured?
I'm just happy to see him playing. I knew he was a heck of a football player. He just never got healthy here. I'm happy that he's enjoying himself. I'm happy he's healthy. You know, just don't want him to be good on Sunday.
A lot more than just how pleased with that.
Some things we got to work out. Overall, the communication was very good. They worked out some things on the field, and we can get better at it, but it wasn't bad for the first game. Anytime he's on the field, he causes a problem, whether it's special teams or offense, you know, whether it's tight end, wide out, quarterback, running back. He does a great job. He's physical on teams as well. Obviously, we haven't handled him well because they won almost every game, 6 out of 7 at least. And, you know, it's going to be a challenge, but they have other guys too. So, you know, that's what makes it tough.
Defense played well down the stretch last year in the pregnancy. Talk about how you tweaked a few things during the offseason. What have been the biggest improvements in your eyes of the group coming together? The only team in the NFL last week.
Just communication. You know, communication with each other has gotten better. The comfortability of watching tape together and understanding what the other one's doing, I think that's gotten better. But it's only been 1 week. We just got to continue.
What kind of things to improve that?
Well, the best way to improve is to score, but we'll work on it, work on things. It's week 1. The next couple of weeks, while we're figuring everything out, you got to win these ball games. But we're working on quite a few things, so we'll get better at that.
Having all of your healthy pieces out there together.
No, it's just execution. You know, it's just an execution thing. It takes all 11. It's not a timing or communication thing. It's just execution.
Did that cause you that some more emphasis trying to figure out why training camp before each week when you're kind of tooling in the lab, this team get some more?
No, I'm afraid not. But anybody we lose to, we try to watch more film on, whether it's off season or during the season. So that's the norm, I think, around the league for coaches. So anytime you lose to a team more than once or twice, you try to put a finger on what they're trying to do and what you're doing and what you can do different.
There's something they're doing that's creating pressure.
Well, they're making plays, number one. Like I said, they got a good scheme. they're executing more than we are, and they're making more plays than we are.
Coach, the Saints offensive line had a lot of trouble with blitzes last week. Do you expect to see the same thing, or is it just the first game that they don't see that?
Well, I don't know for sure that they had all the trouble with it, whether it's communication or not, but we know we're going to face a good football team, and normally you don't see that from them. Say that again? Can't give you everything. It's all another story in itself with me and the play.
Well, just everyone in the nation knows now. I guess I'm good for revealing your secret.
Nobody's paying me for that, though.
Is that something you're looking to like? I mean, you want like a record deal?
Then I would love to do a duet with Gladys Knight. I think we would be a great kid, but that's probably not going to happen, Jenna.
I would do that. I mean, do I need to like, have a wedding to make that happen? Like,
Not happening, Jenna.
no?
I don't think so. Gladys is Gladys.
Coach, a lot was made in recognition for you and Kerry offensive line and offensive couple of young guys. Did their athleticism really show up in this game? The way you were able to get to the edge?
Not just that, their toughness and their intelligence, just understanding the game plan and knowing what to do. You know, them guys can play. They just haven't played, and no one has seen them play, but they know how to play football, and we try to do what they did best.
Jarvis Landry, maybe the best collection of weapons that New Orleans has had so far.
No, they had some a few years ago, but obviously they got a lot of talent there. Jarvis has been doing it for a long time. He's tough, he's smart, he's got great hands, he can run after catch. Olave was great in college. Obviously, Michael Thomas is back along with everybody else they had. You know, they're at full strength there.
Coach, how is the difference in the attitude or the hype of this week, obviously with the media and with the players? Is it a different mentality going into the Saints game?
Not at this time. It's only Wednesday. We can only control the day. We try to control the day and do some more homework and get as much mentally and physically prepared as we can, and we'll be ready at the end of the week.
How do you think of Fontenot on NFL Network scene? Then from his block and Michael Parsons that should ban because it's the same.
I don't make nothing of it. It was a legal hit.
Do you take requests?
I do.
Marvin Gaye, Lionel Richie.
It's a request, not requests. Bye.
I was true.
Okay, once again, Coach Todd Bowles. Let's go over to the scout preview. Let's break down the matchup. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch this over, and we're gonna break this down. So I'm gonna switch this over now. So we got it. Okay, let's begin.
School to settle.
So Tampa Bay Buccaneers win their season opener. I wanted to make a video kind of talking about the, I think, the exciting things that happened on offense in this game, and kind of less about the.
So let's show you some what happened. Okay, once again, they were in their 2 wide receiver sets, so that's 3 right there, and then Tom Brady right here, running back. So let's see what happens on this play.
But
This is on
about future games.
First and
This offense,
15.
How many different pieces they
So
have,
we'll show you.
and how it could all come together. Even though I didn't think they really hit their stride necessarily
So that's what they did. So we'll listen to it.
in this game, we saw the flashes. I think they will hit their stride, at some point this season. So I'm just going to kind of go over, all the different nuts and bolts of what I liked about this offense, and maybe some criticism as well. So let's just get into it. Let's start off with this play. One of the things that Tampa Bay does is they don't just use their talented receivers to go down the field and make catches, but they use them in other ways, like a wide receiver screen. It's just a great way to get the ball, like Chris Godwin. Watch how when this play begins, you see that it helped that you have.
So he just, like I said, he throws it to number 14. So that's on that play right there that they're showing you on the screen. So there, he throws it right to number 14. So once again, the Saints defense is going to have to be aware of that pass going into the on those downs.
Great blocking receivers as well. Now,
So we're going to go to another play. So I'm going to rewind it.
So when Brady gives.
Okay, this is another play they're going to show you. So this one slot receiver. So these in the I formation. One back in the backfield, one going into the right. Let's see what happens.
Jones the ball again. It's Julio Jones with the ball. Got a first down right there. It was also well.
So let's see what happens. So he gives the ball
that kind of stuff
to Julio Jones. So that was a nice little run right there. So they gave it a little play right there. So this is an excellent play from Tampa Bay.
is exactly one of the things that Tampa Bay does, and one of the ways Tampa Bay has as part of how they won a Super Bowl. Just put the
So
ball
a nice little run right there. So they
in your talented player's hands. Seems simple enough. But another way.
Okay, this is another play right here. So we'll show you. Once again, they had one back in the backfield. So let me show you the guy who
was definitely able to get their wins.
So there's these guys right here. So what he's showing you is these guys are looking for a pass downfield. So these circles right here have these now they're gonna run their 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen. So they're gonna run those 4 down linemen. Let's see what happens.
On stuff like this, they attacked Diggs. They were not afraid of Diggs, the all-pro from last year, because what we all noticed about Diggs doesn't have to be said, but I'll say it anyway. He's the guy who gets a lot of interceptions, also gives up a lot of yards. I think Brady tried to put the ball where Diggs won't, intercept it. Right here, he's going to be running a route where, again, what's great about these types of routes is Diggs doesn't want to get beat deep, and because of that, see how well he is. Play develops. Brady's going to make the throw towards.
So he throws a nice little pass right there. So it goes right into this window. So where this square window's at, so he's going to throw it into that window. So that's what they're going to do. So that wide receiver is going to be catching that ball. So once again, the Saints corners are going to have to be right in this area when that ball is being thrown.
See how well he is able to get open right here. Again, this is just the.
Okay, let's go over to another play.
So again, Tom Brady.
Okay, once again, Tom Brady back in the shotgun. Everybody back expecting the pass from Tom Brady. So what they're going to do is
attacking Trayvon Diggs here. That's what he's doing. Listen.
So that's Trayvon Diggs, what they're talking about in this film.
He sees that Julio Jones is a one-on-one matchup and likes that. That also could be the case. Watch how Brady takes.
So it looks like I'm a pause it. So Tom Brady. So once again, his line is blocking. So the running back right here is going to wait.
Snap. He is going to look over
and it's going to be your blocking back.
One subtle thing that.
So he'll throw it downfield. So that's going down towards Julio Jones. So once again, that's Julio Jones in that screen. So I say this: look, we got to contain Julio Jones. We got to try, because that's one thing you can't do is let Julio Jones get open like that.
Jones just freeze the safety, make sure the safety doesn't come over. So this is a true one-on-one matchup. I mean, the safety help is just not.
So that's the match right there. They're going to be looking for. So let's go to another play. We're going to run another offensive play. So once again, they're going to have one wide receiver. So that circle right there. So Tom Brady's back in the I formation. And then you got your one back right here.
There's going to be a lot of Trayvon Diggs sucks kind of. I know there's going to be a lot of Trayvon Diggs. That's just the life of a corner to some degree. You're going to have bad days. Listen, I'm not the world's biggest Trayvon Diggs fan in terms of his game either. But a play like this, if you want to get on him for this, I don't really know what you do about this situation. It's a one-on-one matchup against Mike Evans. And I mean, look at this, just, great release off the side and just be.
So he throws a nice little pass right here. That was against Mike Evans.
Brady throws it over. He's able to make an unbelievable.
So Mike Evans makes a nice little catch right there.
Other than maybe, I don't know, be tall.
On Trayvon Diggs.
I don't know how else you defend something like that. I don't think you can. Just an incredible play by Mike Evans.
Let's go to another play. Okay, this is another play. They're showing it right here. I formation, Fournette in the backfield. So he's going to be in that backfield. So number 16 is going to be your block wide receiver, and he might be your blocking back. So that might be what's to come.
Defense, where Fournette, good, but was a little overblown. Look there and Luke Gadecki. So, they're okay. And I thought the interior makes these plays work.
So a nice little handoff right here. So what they're going to do is the line's going to open up that hole on the A gap. So it's going to be a big gain right there for
Fournette also played well. Both can be true. But, I mean, look at that. It looked very silly, but
okay, this was another shotgun play right here. So another shotgun play. Wide receivers are set.
there is kind of a reason for it, not to excuse it, but there is kind of an
Hey, I'm your man, Steve.
Wait a
Harvey.
few
We
seconds.
got a good one for you. You can win $7,000.
explanation for it, I guess is probably the way to phrase it. So look, Brady takes a snap. He wants to hit Mike Evans, who has a one-on-one matchup towards the end.
So this guy right here is going to come in. So everybody's back. So what they're going to do, let's play it.
Third down and 2, so that part makes sense. But, there's going to be a player who I've circled over the middle of the field. That is Wilson right there. He is going to eventually intercept this pass. You might be wondering, why doesn't Brady see him? Isn't this super obvious? Well, actually, not really. Because, again, keep in mind, he has a very different angle of the field than we have. You see the left guard and center double teaming a defensive tackle.
So like I said, he's going to intercept that ball. Like he's saying in this video, he's saying that he's got better angles than Tom Brady. So that's one thing in common. So if the Saints get some angles on Tom Brady, that would be good. That would be a blessing in disguise.
The guy that Brady's going to eventually throw the ball coverage, he thinks is going to be blitzing, which that was Brady's.
So once again, that's going to be Wilson blitzing. So it's another blitz play.
Mistake.
Let's see what happens on this play. I'm going to pull it back. We're going to scroll it back a little second.
Again, it makes sense. Get to your first read, make the throw quickly, but you have to just make sure.
So he's in the shotgun. He's going to have to.
And Brady knows he has to do that. He knows he screwed up. But given this angle, you can kind of see how this mistake can get made, right? Brady isn't directly looking over the middle of the field. So because of that, with 3 large men directly in between Brady's view of Wilson, he just never sees him at all. This is plus because we get a better angle.
So that's one thing they're showing you.
In this, situation, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of exciting stuff here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do the rest of their way. Again, their defense.
Okay, that's once again that's a preview of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for you today. So I'm gonna switch this over, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, once again, this concludes today's Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show. We'll be back on tomorrow with Southeastern Preview. They will take on Central Connecticut State. That will be this weekend. That'll be on ESPN Plus. So we will have that preview tomorrow. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your evening, and we will see you again tomorrow.